I got you, people. Now, this is the problem that I've been saying, that America is falling because our government, our department agencies don't want to put the money what is needed for the people to live a healthy life, right? Now, 2 young people are at this particular event. One of them is dead and one of them is alive, but we don't know what's going to happen to him, because being that supposedly he's been in jail more than one time and they think that he has a mental problem or disability. The fact is, people, that America doesn't have programs that they had before to treat mental illness. Even if they have, if they don't do like a reach out attempt to make sure that this person with this mental illness is getting treated or going to treatment or getting the help he needs, you know, to solve his mental illness problem, which is no cure for mental illness. So that said, you cannot only blame this individual. He was only 29 years old. He didn't even hit 40 yet. And he was only 29 years old. And he doesn't look like he was, you know, suffering from hygiene problems or anything, because he don't look like he was neglected in those things. That means he was being seen by somebody, or he was taking care of himself, because he doesn't look like abandoned or anything like that. The thing is that the one that got caught up on was a 14-year-old teenager going to his school. The Bronx Leadership Academy. And while he was going to school, this individual, 29 years old, just walked up to him and stabbed him twice in the chest. And while the young teenager was stabbed, he ran and called his father that he was scared that he didn't want to die, but he died while he was in the phone with his father. And his father heard that, so I'm sure his father's also traumatized by this, but, right? So they charged the 29-year-old man with murder, attempted murder, and manslaughter with a deadly weapon. Now, you know, these 2 lives are being lost, especially the 14-year-old teenager that was going to school. You know, he didn't even get to live, to enjoy, to reach adulthood, enjoy life, because we don't have programs for people that's suffering from mental illness and things like that. And not only that, we got kids that are autistic, that some of them don't talk, they don't know how to respond, they don't know how to travel, and these programs are not there to help these individuals, you know, go through life on their own and don't know how to defend themselves. So that's why we should put a lot of pressure on our government and departments to have these programs there to help these people. Not only that a 14-year-old teenager was lost on the count of a 29-year-old person, I don't see that he would get charged as knowing that he did this, because people that suffer from mental illness, they're not there. They don't react into reality. They're in another side of the spectrum, whatever you want to call it, of reality. You know, their mind is not really there, and there's a lot of things that go to the mind that you cannot control, they cannot control. They don't even know what's happening. Even if you tell them that he murdered somebody with a knife, he will never understand what you're telling him. He's just going to keep on in his rhetoric or whatever his mind is telling him or what he thinks, because that's a serious mental illness that nobody has no idea why this occurred. We don't know what the 29-year-old suffered from trauma, or what happened to his life, that he had this audio hallucinations or people talking to him or whatever, because as he was arrested, he was still threatening the crowd, right, that were there. But I'm sure he wasn't in the right state of mind to tell that he was probably stabbing this young 14-year-old person. And I don't mean that he was wrong, because that is wrong, because you took a life and the 14-year-old didn't know what was going on, and his life was taken while he was calling his father, so he died while he was contacting the father. So I'm sure the father's going to be dramatized too, so he's going to need treatment, so this will continue on and pass on. Because people, you need to get treated when you have these conditions, and the person will never know unless somebody's aware what the person is going through and get them some help or take them there instead of just leaving them roaming around the street. As long as the problem is with what society is and these agencies, if he's not a harm to nobody yet, they cannot take him and admit him to a mental hospital or to get treatment. The troubles gotta occur, the crimes gotta occur before they could take this person in. So that's what's happening. He was probably let go because while he was on treatment, he probably got better, and the hospitals will not keep you there. If you already insane in mind, then you could answer and do things on your own. They will let you go. They have no reason to keep you there trying to give you treatment when you don't need it no more. Once you're in sound mind again, they let you go. And put it like this, they have to let you go because you don't need the treatment anymore. So that's what happens. Once people could be for months or half a whole year, 6 months, just walking around having this delusional state without even knowing until something occurs. That's why these people always get caught when they committed some kind of a crime or some kind of mischief, or they created some vandalism, things like that. But other than that, you see a lot of these people with mental illness walking around, talking to themselves, pointing at something, but not actually have a person. It's just in their mind. They think differently. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I know about these things. And that's what happens when you have no programs to treat these people with special needs. And it's special needs because these are not just normal people. And that thing that I hate about this thing is we got all these prisoners that continue to do crime and do the bad crime, and they still get to live a normal life and get treated like if they're a law-abiding human being. These people should not be allowed, you're not going to like this, what I'm going to say, to live. They shouldn't be allowed to live because they're going to come out and disrupt society again. These people that mental illness, they don't do this constantly, right? You don't hear about mentally people just going out there and killing and robbing for phones, throwing people on the train, burning things up. It's usually a sound-minded people that do the worst crime and still get to live and enjoy life. You got to start thinking about, if you want to correct society, you got to start putting strict laws about things to people to follow. And I feel sorry for the person that got killed, the teenager, and the 29 years old, because they're gonna probably charge him as a normal citizen, right? As a normal person in his sound mind for killing this person twice, stabbed him twice, and he died, at scene. So it's bad because you're gonna have a lot of mental people in jail without knowing why they there. When they finally come to state of mind, they're gonna be asking questions, why did they? You're gonna tell them, they're not gonna understand that. Or either that, they're gonna turn more crazy and more delusional while they locked up 24 hours a day in a prison, in jail. It's not gonna solve anything unless we give treatment to these people. So the family had to pressure the city and file a lawsuit. That's it. We need program. We need professionals to take this this task of psychiatrists, counselors, and all that. We need those people out there. Thing is, nobody wants to do anything anymore. People don't want to be responsible for anything or anyone anymore. People just want to just work to get paid, and they don't care what else happens until it happens to them. Anyway, people, with that, I'll let you go and think about that.